Arzamas is famous not only for its picturesque location and the magnificent cathedral, numerous pieces of monumental architecture. Also we have the Museum of Art and History, which houses the unique atmosphere of provincial art of the 19th-20th centuries.
The collection of the museum is interesting, especially the portraits. We, Tasia Khodreva and Nikita Lyudkin, are going to tell you about one of them.
The picture was painted with oil paints on the canvas. The museum bought it in 1958 from Arzamas historian Alexey Dmitrievich Ikonnikov.
The signature under the portrait said, "The portrait of unknown, the end of the 18th century." Just by the end of the 20th century, the name of the person in the portrait had been revealed. This is the portrait of Count Roman Illarionovich Vorontsov in Vladimir Governor's full dress uniform. We can see a strong-willed person, an imperious hand, a full-dress uniform with embroidery. There are stars and ribbons of orders of St. Andrew and St. Vladimir. The cross of the Polish white eagle, the count stayed full of dignity. Everything says he is a high official.
There is a thick book with word institution under Vorontsov's hand. This is his position's sign, the regulations on the governor's duties. The history of the person's name discovery is truly unusual. Famous art historians from Moscow, Anatoly Vilkov and Dmitry Pogodin, being in our city, got interested in the portrait thanks to the awards and emblems on the uniform. The museum documents couldn't help. Later they found a worn engraving and portraits of Count Vorontsov in Vladimir Museum, so they remembered Arzamas' portrait.
The resemblance was unmistakable. The portrait returned to our museum after restoration. Now it is here with the name, the portrait of Count Roman Illarionovich Vorontsov in Vladimir Governor's full-dress uniform.
The Vorontsovs were Russian patriots. Roman Illarionovich, as his contemporaries called him, supported Mikhail Lomonosov, promoted young writers, was fond of the theater, collected Russian manuscripts.
His daughter Ekaterina Dashkova was the president of the Russian Academy of Sciences. Her two sons became famous in Russian history. Roman Illarionovich served under Elizabeth and Catherine II. However, we know little about this nobleman. Let us look at the portrait. The author's name is unknown. Most likely the artist was a serf and had no right to sign the work. The painter was not so skillful. The uniform fits baggy. The proportions of the left hand and the fingers are not exact. The chair is separated from the body. Anyway, in a amateurish level of painting, keeps truthfulness and respect to the count. There is still a secret how such an interesting portrait could appear in Arzamas, but maybe it's destiny. Roman Vorontsov's son Semyon, at the age of 15, was sent to the trip around Russia and stopped in our city.
That's how Roman Vorontsov's life was connected with our city, and we are pleased to present you with a portrait of this remarkable man.